check out this new web app. I haven't seen anything like this before. It's a little bit like Incredibox, but it's called Blob Opera. Blob Opera! Blob Opera! It's pretty amazing. So what this is it's a project that was done by a group of people, and they recorded professional singers for about 16 hours. And they fed the recordings of those people into an artificial intelligence computer, which developed some algorithms. And as you may or may not know, algorithms are mathematical and computational formulas. And what they did is they developed algorithms for what an artificial intelligence computer thinks opera sounds like. And it turns out it's pretty amazing. So we're going to try some little experiments here. The first thing you're going to do, it's going to pop up, and there's a link down in the description of this video right here if you haven't already gone to it. And the first thing you're going to find is the bass. It will introduce you to this purple blob. He's your bass. And a bass is generally the lowest male voice in a singing group. Down here. So experiment with that. Grab onto that bass, click on it, and drag it up. And you'll notice that the pitch gets higher as you go higher on the screen and lower as you go lower. Now, pitch is not to be confused with volume. Volume is how loud something is. Pitch is how high or how low something is. So experiment with that for a moment. Okay, now the next blob that it's going to give you is this bluish color one, kind of this turquoise bluish one. This is the tenor, and a tenor is also a male voice, but it's the higher male voice. It sings up here like this. So with that tenor, you can still go higher and lower, but you can also drag side to side. So he leans in and out and in and out. And what happens in this little web app when he's leaning in and out is he's changing the vowel sounds. They're changing the vowel sounds, and if you know, the vowels are what? A, E, I, O, and U. So those vowels that he is singing change by how forward you drag him and how far back you drag him. And you'll see his mouth makes a different shape. Now, when you go between those vowel shapes, the artificial intelligence computer puts a little bit of a consonant in there. Now, consonants are all of the other letters. When we sing, we don't sing on the consonants. We don't keep those consonants going because there's no way to keep them going. Vowels are the only sound that you can sing for a long time. Like if you were to sing the vowel A, ah. Now sing the consonant B, but it doesn't go anywhere, okay? Or there are a few that do, such as M, or L, or R, However, usually when we sing opera, you do not sustain the R's. It's not a good sound for opera. It is, however, for Tuvan throat singing. Ooh, tuva singing. moving on to the green blob. This green blob is the alto voice. Now, the alto voice is generally the lower of the two female voices. Or if you are in a children's ensemble, the alto voice is the lower of the children's voices. You can experiment with that voice, move it up and down, forward and back. But you notice, while we are doing this, that the purple and the blue are singing with them. And that is because in this web app, the highest voice leads the harmony of the others. And so the computer, while you're dragging her around, is figuring out what to do with the purple and the blue one to make your music sound good. And it's using something called part writing and voice leading. And it does an amazing job at it, much more amazing than my college music theory assignments. Oh, sigh. College music theory. And lastly, you get the red voice. The red voice is the soprano, and a soprano voice is for either children's choirs or female voices. It is the highest voice. Sopranos can sing the highest. Take her all the way up to the top. See how she sings up there, and notice the other monsters that follow along. You can also mute those monsters by clicking on the little speaker that's floating above their heads, and you can take them out or add them in as you see fit. Now there's a little button down in the corner that has a Christmas tree on it. Slide that little button over and it'll put some Santa hats on your blobs. And it will also give you the opportunity to hear them sing some very popular holiday songs on that little playlist. It's a music note with some lines next to it. If you click on that, you can choose one of the favorite songs in that list and hear the blobs sing it for you. But not only that, while they're singing, you can grab onto one of those blobs and move it around, and it will, the computer will adjust where it is in the song. So make your own version of Christmas songs with the Blob Opera. There's also a little record button. So if you want, you can record your creations, share them with friends, or even send them to me. Have fun, friends.